Hello and welcome to another MCO update on Solana. The Solana chart seems to have started a potential bounce after reacting here to this support zone yesterday. Late yesterday, I made a video. Price was, I think, a little lower than where we are now. And the idea was we could be in a B wave. We still could be in a B wave. So analysis at the moment is very consistent with that previous update. And well, we might spend the weekend in consolidation mode if this really continues like this. I mean, overall, we've now been in a range for a week since the 9th of May, roughly. And the market has not really formed any significant breakout here to the upside or the downside. So you can see that as a range. We're currently dancing on this $166 level. And the idea is still that a wave one, a larger 5-wave move, might indeed have formed a top after rallying from the 7th of April low. I mean, the markets just sometimes, they will have to breathe, okay? So we have a move up, we have even a 5-wave move up, but at some point the market just needs a breather, needs to breathe a little bit, needs to calm down. And it's doing that already. It's consolidating at the moment. But without any clear pullback signal. My view is that the decline is a 5-wave move in wave A at the moment. So technically, theoretically, that B wave should ideally not overshoot, but it technically, in practice, it still could. So what I'm watching for is that expected bounce that's unfolding right now from the previous swing low that formed yesterday. The resistance area is located between $173.58 and $182.74. So this is our standard resistance area that's relevant for this B wave bounce. And for now, we have reached that first level, the 38.2 retracement. And the market could still push a little bit higher, maybe. Could still push a little bit higher. And also please note that there are some structural resistances, these previous swing highs, specifically here. This one is probably rather a weaker one, around $176, and then 180, and yeah, it's this area here, 180, 185, that is very much in line with this Fibonacci retracement area as well. So the bottom line is we could see a little further upside here, maybe over the next few sessions, and then the resistance zone needs to be observed for reaction. For now, if we really call this a small ABC structure to the upside, then it might take another day or two, stretch a little higher before we then complete the C wave. Then we have even a head and shoulders pattern with the neckline being the $166 level, which means that the $166 level needs to be broken to the downside to really make this work. And then the C wave down could complete the next layer of waves, basically the larger A wave. Okay, that's at least the thesis. A, B, C in wave A. Then we can get a B wave bounce and a C wave down. Now, it's always important to understand that it's impossible to know how exactly such a correction will unfold. You never know in advance. But we know that based on probabilities, the most probable pathway would be through an ABC structure as shown here in yellow. So I'm tracking an initial A wave down, then we can get a B wave up. Okay, but obviously that B wave could be even a triangle, so it can take different forms. Technically, it's important to understand that whenever we're dealing with an ABC structure, the B wave is basically, it doesn't have any substance, the B wave. So it's always important to understand how are these B waves actually forming? And it comes from market sentiment. It is based on a lot of uncertainty. The A wave is typically the first statement of the market that a larger correction has started. But often you will still get the people who assume the trend is still unfolding. So that is typically then the kind of sentiment that drives the B wave higher, sometimes even into overshooting territory. So it could technically overshoot the previous high. Especially in crypto, that happens very regularly. But it is a correction in a correction, so it's not with much substance, and it's just a product of false assumptions, basically. So please be aware of that. But overall, it looks like we want to go a little higher in the short term. That's the update on Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.